it's usually been pretty good right there, but I could have been on the other side and probably made it more stable. It was a little far away from the router. So just about to start this thing. It's going to be on YouTube, and then it'll be on Facebook Live too. But I could have been on the other side. Okay, so let's just get this thing rolling, huh? And it's all recording. Everything is looking good. All right. So what came to me today in into my morning meditation. My morning meditation, I do something every day, and I've been doing it for about a year or more now, because it's been so big for me, so big, and and um and I want to tell you a little bit about it. The way it showed up this morning, I was thinking back when I was a little kid, and seventh, eighth grade in Wisconsin. We moved to Wisconsin for a while, and every kid in the school, it seemed, had this new pair of Adidas shoes. They were white leather with 3 blue stripes, and they were so cool. You could run in them, you could walk around in them. They looked great all the time. And so I wanted a pair, and my parents didn't want to get me a pair. They were expensive for us at the time. And so we instead went to Payless Shoes. Payless Shoes, and we got shoes that looked like them. They were knockoffs of them, white leather with 4 blue stripes. And so I was like just devastated. I felt like awful walking around in them in school, because everybody else had the real deal. And but what it did was it definitely made me a shoe dog. I mean, I love shoes. I'm going to go get a new pair of shoes today, a running pair of shoes for running on the roads. I've got a pair for running on trails. I've got other pairs for all sorts of stuff. And my little boy, Ben, is like that. And Ben, even Baden is like that. So we love our shoes. And I think it all started back when I couldn't get a pair of shoes that I wanted. So anyway, what I had for you, I have another story. My little niece Tatum, she's a woman now, but when she was a little girl, we bought her a backpack for Christmas with a Barbie backpack and Barbies and stuff. And on the inside, there was some special stuff. And when she was opening it up, she said, like, wait a gosh darn minute. And she was pulling out all this stuff, and there was clothes with the words The Gap on it, the company The Gap. And you probably know of that company, The Gap. They make all sorts of clothes. And she said, wow, like a rich girl. And so, she wasn't used to getting clothes with brand names and logos and all sorts of stuff on it. And now to this day, she loves getting all sorts of designer kind of clothes and things. She's quite a fashion person. And so these things can affect us when we grow up, certain ways that we think and believe in stuff that influences us. And one of the things is that I notice when people are trying to get, what happened to me, trying to change a reality, trying to make life better, is we can get stuck in trying to, think our way into it. Like if you've been reading the law of attraction type stuff or studying the things in the movie The Secret, they talk about you got to think a certain way and believe that you really are that person before you can get it. And that's all well and good, but how do you do that? Like when I was sleeping outside and couldn't find a way to get our money going and get our life back, I was so mad. And Jen told me, you got to get happy, man. You got to get happy. And I knew it was true. Like I couldn't keep like raging and being so upset with how the world had treated me and get what I wanted. But how do you do it? So I studied so much with a lot of coaches and teachers and trainers, and I used a lot of these mindset techniques, and it started working. But it was a lot of work. And it started turning around. But what happened was I came across something that I missed many, many times because it seemed too simple. And I started actually doing it, studying with this one teacher and using this one technique that's hardly a meditation. And Jen told me, what are you doing, man? Because it was actually starting to work. We were starting to get our money to really turn around, and people were finding me from all over the world. And people from Bellingham were sending me people, and everybody was starting to really get me in my work, and it was starting to work. And I told her, I'm just doing this thing. It's kind of like a meditation, but I'm just doing this thing. So what I found is it was a way to really be the person that already has the stuff. And then the stuff starts to come, and the ways to get the stuff, you know, the happiness, the love, the money, the way you do your work, it can start to show up. But it was different than I had ever been led to believe. And so, you know, if you've been trying to do manifestation kind of work, you know, getting what you want by using your mind or using energy or different kinds of matrix energetics or things like that, then if it's not really getting you what you want, I'm here to tell you it's not your fault. There's just there's something a little more upstream, something more primary that you can do that can shift all those thoughts, beliefs, so you can actually be the person that has what you want. And you know, a lot of the people in the spiritual world will talk about it's Mercury retrograde, so all the crap's going to happen and life's going to fall apart because it's Mercury retrograde. Don't do something in Mercury retrograde, but it seems like it's always in Mercury retrograde. And so you know, there's thoughts about, like, you know, well, your past, because of the way life was, that's why it is the way it is now for you. And that's kind of true, but I found something different. You know, when I was in San Diego, I really wanted to live in the Pacific Northwest, and I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know I didn't think I was really going to get to do it, but then some stuff happened that didn't seem so good, but it got me up here, and it really got us a new life. And what I found was a lot of these problems and obstacles were the training, were the way for me to get what I wanted. Now there's a way to do this that's more systematic than just like having a bunch of junk, bad stuff happen to you, and then, you know, all this turmoil, and you get something that's different for you just by chance. There's a way to do this thing that I found, and I did an hour of it this morning. I do it every morning to quickly find what's slowing you down or standing in your way or stopping you from being the person that already has what you want. And then more of how to do it shows up. So that's what I've been working with and helping people with. And I made a PDF and a video of this. We do a group session once a month. We're actually doing one this next Sunday, and with a group of people from around the world. And if you're interested, let me know. I can tell you about that. But I did one and made a video training and session of how to do what I just talked about, how to shift these deep things that are slowing you down or standing in your way or stopping you, and then being the person that has what it is you want, so that stuff starts to actually show up. And so I have a PDF and a video of that, and I want to give it to you. So so you can go to ralphhavens.com/enlighten up, ralphhavens.com/enlighten up, and grab it. Just let me know your email, and I'll send it to you, and I'll give you a lot of cool information about how I do this and lead you to more stuff of how you can use this if you want. And that's there for you. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Just go to ralphhavens.com/enlighten up and let me know where to send that. You know, this thing that I found, if it's something that could just get you, if all it did was stop you having to beat yourself up about not using your mind strong enough or getting this manifestation or energy kind of healing thing right, and you actually could have a way to systematically go through and start to shift it. If all it did was that, would it be worth doing a little work and reading a PDF and studying a video and getting it? I think it would. And so so if you're interested in doing this, then grab that, and I will see you guys very soon. All right. So I think this one worked this time, and I will see you all later. All right.